Have you ever noticed how a woman can walk away from a man and then months later she's back? She texts, she calls. She just wants to see how you're doing, even if she was the one who ended things, even if she said she moved on. Why does that happen? It's not an accident. It's not luck. It's not because you suddenly became better looking or richer overnight. It's because something shifted inside you, or more often, inside the kind of man she finally saw you had become. Here's what most men don't realize. Women always come back to men who know how to master their emotions. Not the man who begs. Not the man who sends long emotional messages. Not the man who gives her everything just to win her back. But the man who stays calm. The man who stays focused. The man who doesn't react emotionally, even when it hurts. That's the man she remembers. That's the man she can't forget. Why? Because when you master your emotions, you do something powerful. You show her and the world that you are in control. You are not needy. You are not desperate. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You're already whole. And that kind of presence, that kind of emotional strength is magnetic. You see, most men have it backwards. They think, if I show her how much I care, she'll come back. If I fight for her, she'll stay. If I show her I'm hurting, she'll feel sorry and return. But that rarely works, because emotions without control feel weak, not strong. Let me tell you something. A man who can stay calm while his heart breaks. A man who can feel everything but still choose discipline over drama. That man is powerful. That man is rare. And that man is unforgettable. She might leave you, but she won't stop thinking about you. She might test you, but she'll remember how solid you were. She might try other men, but they won't compare to the peace you carry. And that's why women always come back to men who master their emotions. Let me tell you a secret most people never talk about. Women don't just test your words. They test your energy. They feel it when you're calm inside. And they feel it when you're all over the place. That's why mastering your emotions isn't just about what you say. It's about the energy you carry when you say nothing at all. Have you ever been in a room where someone walked in and just felt powerful? They didn't need to speak loudly. They didn't need fancy clothes. They didn't need to try hard. They just stood there, calm, strong, and unshaken. That's emotional mastery. And here's the wild part. Women notice that faster than anyone. Why? Because deep down, they're wired to look for it. It tells them, this man can handle life. He can handle me. He's not afraid of pressure. Now think about this. Most men, when they feel emotions, fear, anger, sadness, they either explode or collapse. They either yell and act out, or they shut down, get needy, or beg for love. But the rare man, he doesn't do either. He feels all of it and chooses not to be ruled by it. That's real power. You don't have to fake anything. You don't have to act like a robot. But you do have to learn how to sit with emotions without letting them control your actions. Because a woman will respect the man who can feel pain, but still hold his ground. She'll respect a man who can be honest about his feelings, but never lose his frame. She'll trust that man, and if she loses him, she'll regret it. Because men like that are hard to find. And once a woman has felt that calm energy, that solid presence, she'll compare every man after you to it. And trust me, most won't measure up. Let's talk about something men often forget. Stillness is power. You don't always need to react. You don't always need to fix things. You don't always need to respond to everything she says or does. Sometimes, silence is your best move. Here's why. When a woman is emotional, she may say things she doesn't mean. She may test your strength. She may act cold, distant, or even try to make you jealous. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she wants to feel something from you. She wants to know if you can stay centered. She wants to know if you'll stay calm or if you'll break. But here's the trick. If you always jump, chase, or explain yourself, you lose your edge. Because now she knows she can shake you. She knows you can't handle pressure without cracking. And that's the moment she stops seeing you as a strong man. But if you stay still, if you breathe, if you listen, if you hold your ground with quiet strength, she'll feel it. She'll feel safe. She'll feel challenged. And more than anything, she'll feel drawn to you. Because stillness makes people curious. It makes them wonder what you're thinking. It makes them come closer. It makes them respect you without even realizing why. And here's the bonus. When you don't react right away, you give yourself time to think. You don't say something you'll regret. You don't text something dumb. You don't act like a boy who needs attention. You act like a man who leads himself first. And that is magnetic. Let's talk about energy. Not the energy you use to run or lift weights, but the kind of energy people feel when you walk into a room. Yes, that invisible vibe you carry. And here's the truth. Women are highly sensitive to your emotional energy. If you're nervous, they feel it. If you're desperate, they sense it. If you're calm, steady, and grounded, they trust it. Now here's the part most men don't get. Emotional control changes your energy. If you let your feelings run wild, if you panic, complain, or get angry fast, your energy becomes messy. It feels heavy. It feels weak. But if you stay grounded, if you learn to slow down your reactions, your energy becomes clean. It feels strong. It feels powerful. And women are drawn to that like a magnet. Think of it like this. A man who's calm under pressure is rare. He doesn't need to yell. He doesn't need to prove anything. He just stands there with quiet strength. That's the man who attracts women without chasing. That's the man women think about when they're alone. That's the man who stays in her mind long after he's gone. Why? Because most guys are noisy. Most guys talk too much. Most guys try too hard. But the man with mastered energy, he doesn't try. He just is. And the more he works on himself, the more natural his power becomes. This kind of emotional presence can't be faked. It has to be built. One calm moment at a time, one choice at a time, one breath at a time.